Recording live from somewhere. It is the Tissue and the Tape podcast. It is I, Davis Backwards, and who state your name, gangsta?
Philmatic 365, 1-4, but I'm still raw.
No doubt. Philmatic, we have a special edition tonight. We're excited to have Tissue and the Tape alumni / life coach / inspiration, man. Who are we talking to tonight, man?
Hey man, we talking about as you said, my life coach. We talking about MC. We talking about radio host. We talking about podcast host.
Man, you
vegan workout professional,
world traveler,
acting coach, MC coach.
Yeah. And but most importantly, father.
Exactly. Exactly.
Who are we talking about, Phil?
Hold on. We're not done.
Oh, done? Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Homeowner, record executive. We talking about our brother Tissue and the Tape alumni for the third time. The MC's MC. Torae, all praises due. Let's go.
Hey, here somebody hit the applause. Where the applause at?
Y'all got that. We got that
post edit.
All right, it's cool. We put the applause in after. Yo, listen, y'all left out mad stuff. Let me talk my shit. All right, so Tissue and the Tape co-host. You know what I mean? I feel like I've been rocking so long. I'm part of the situation.
No doubt.
Day zero.
You said homeowner. Don't leave out the condo. That's multiple homeowner. You know what I'm saying? If I'm your life coach, I'm feeling miserably at that, but it's all right though.
You are, sir. You get an F in life coaching.
We're getting there.
We're gonna talk about that though.
I'm doing bad at that. I can't excel in everything. I could write a mean verse though.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
So man, you've been doing a lot of running around these past 48, 72, I mean, whatever you want to say, hours, man, you know, since essentially the weekend commenced, and here we are on the other side. We're on release date week.
Yeah.
You got your new project coming out. Just talk to us about some of the things you've been doing just promo wise the past couple of days.
Promo's been crazy, man. Been blessed to, just have a lot of really, really dope relationships. There's no publicists or no PR team and none of that, man. It's just me making calls and reaching out to people that I know, that I have in my phone book, that I have in my phone, that we can, make things happen, man. So shout out to today. Today was crazy. I started the day at Sway in the morning. Shout out to Sway, Tracy G, Heather B. Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to that whole squad. From there, I shot an episode of Open Late with Rosenberg. That'll air tomorrow on Complex. From there, we shot over to Beats One. Shout out to Ebro. Did that interview. From there, we broke for some food, and then we did DJ Premier show. Live from headquarters on Sirius XM. And then I dipped out of there real quick because I needed to be here with y'all at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time to rock out with Tissue and the Tape, man. So I mean that was just today.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Like the promo is heavy. But like I said, it's yeah, for sure. It's just a blessing to be able to run around and spread the information about the project. The dopest part, I don't want to throw your interview and all that, but the dopest part of the day is when I stepped out of Complex and I was going through my phone, and from the Sway freestyle this morning to basically that, like the Sway freestyle this morning had my phone going crazy, man. People was hitting me, and then after it kind of died down, my phone started going crazy again, and I'm looking. And it was that Redman post, man. Redman riding around, listening to that raw, which, man, that was wow. That was a moment. Shout
out to Reggie, man. One of the best to ever do it.
Just describe that. In your post, you mentioned, just the kind of the connection. Pete Rock did How to Roll a Blunt, and you got the Pete Rock connection on the record you just mentioned. How does that feel? Like have somebody that inspired you like that, kind of just unsolicited too, right?
Yo, nah, listen, I never knew Redman knew I was on Earth. So
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a meme that's going around that says keep working, you know what I'm saying, because somebody's watching or something to that effect.
Yeah.
And I don't do any of it for the accolades, but I as an MC, as somebody who grew up in this culture, as somebody who's been inspired by so many dope artists before me, just to have that notoriety, just to have that acknowledgement, just to have he went in that was a solid post.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I've never met Redman.
Mm-hmm.
through all my travels. I don't think me and Reggie have ever met. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we know a bunch of people mutually and things of that nature. But, you know, like, there's never been a moment where I dapped him and said, yo, I'm Torae, I'm a big fan. But, like, dog, I had the tissue in my nose. I had the Scully.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had the blowout with the sharp line. Like, the Timbs was loose. Like, I remember distinctly. I used to kick it with this girl, and not because I liked her, but because she would order videos on the box. And I remember, I remember making her order "Blow Your Mind" back to back on the box, man. And I wasn't worried about the box. I was worried about watching. I was worried about watching. You know what I mean?
Don't even ask him how.
I'm a wordsmith of sorts, you know. So, like, man, just to have that, you know, Redman did on BET. They do this thing called Rate the Bars, where they just get your lyrics. So there's no beat, there's no cadence. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just really just reading the words that you wrote down. He gave me like a 5 for 5 on that.
Yeah, I remember.
And that was kind of like the closest that we've ever had of any interaction.
He did clap shit up, right?
Yeah, he did clap shit up. I went in on that one too. They picked a good one.
No question.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was dope. And fortunately for the world, my videographer team was with me. So you guys got to catch that live moment. You know what I'm saying? So when we roll that out, you'll be able to see it. Nice. I might have teared up a little bit. Like, I ain't let it drop, but it might have been like in the wells of my eyes.
The little eye sweat.
Yeah, man. I'm still a G though.
So we're all fans of Redman. I have a throwback picture where you see the album, the Muddy Waters album cover in the background. Then there's another one where there's a dark side from another joint. Vibe, you know, had the Redman professional fro.
At one point for sure.
Yeah, man. So what's your favorite Redman joint? Why were you on the subject?
Song or album? Album. I mean, the easy choice is Muddy Waters. Love Muddy Waters. You know, when I remember when I first got There's a Dark Side, though, I was like, yo, it's really dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, no pun. Like, it was kind of a different
the red tape
sound. Yeah, it was a different sound, and I loved it. Like, I still loved it, but it took me a minute. I rocked with it, but it took me a minute to love it. But now, like, as I listen back to it, it's crazy. I mean, what the album, you know, Doc's the name. Come on, man. How you make a choice like that?
But if I had to choose speeds, one, like Bruce Lee riding the Fuji in the movie.
Like I said, if you ain't get it now, just laugh. And you know what I mean? Yo, that was
that shit out when you get home.
Figure it out when you get home, man. Yeah. Shout out to Redman. Also, obviously from the EPMD family tree, but you know, I love the continuation of song on album. You know how EPMD did with Jane and how Red did with Superman Lover. Man, big inspiration, huge inspiration. No. Anybody who knows me, who came up with me, who's from that era knows like Redman was my dude. So you know that was a crazy moment. I had another dope moment today, but that was like even bigger than that. And the other dope moment is actually like a great look, but that Redman thing trumped it.
No doubt.
No doubt, man.
So let's talk a little bit about praise. Like you know, we're
not going to talk about praise. He's not here. He's not here with us.
You're going to be his representative for this. But no, seriously though, where we left off with you guys, of course, you know, 2016, you guys did a lot together, right? You did maybe 3 records on Entitled.
I think it was 4 on Entitled. I think we have 4.
Imperial Sound, Real, and our guy, Kill Rifkin.
Together.
Yeah. So,
and then whatchamacallit? And then What's Love was a bonus
with Pharaoh.
Yeah, with Pharaoh.
So you do that, and then 2017, out of the blue, you hit us with Young, Gifted, and Black with a young Nick Grant, one of the best lyricists out.
Oh, that boy good.
Yeah.
How did that come about? And you know, are we gonna be able to see that record have a home one day?
Yeah, you know, I definitely toyed with the idea of adding it on to All Praises Due, but you know, it was about to be a year old, you know what I'm saying, as we were wrapping up the project, and I was like, maybe throw it on as a bonus, and you know what I'm saying, like I just kind of opted to just go with the 7 new joints that we had, but I'm sure it'll find its place somewhere, you know, that's what happened with What's Love. You know, What's Love was from a 2013 mixtape, but I love the record. I love what Pharaoh did. I love how it was received, and so it found its way onto Entitled. So you know, whenever we really go physical, you know, maybe the next album, or if we do like a deluxe physical on All Praises Due, that record is ill, man. Shout out to my guy Nick Grant. That boy get busy.
Yeah.
One of the best things that you've done on IG so far, in my opinion, was when you did the acapellas of those joints.
Word.
You did your 2 verses.
Word. And
people could really break down what you were saying and kind of, aside from the beat, obviously, which was ill, but kind of listening to what you're saying and getting a feel for how you really felt and the emotion behind it. I just thought that was just ill to be able to do that for your fans and be able to kind of dissect the lines like that. That was dope.
I need to do more of that. I need to do more of that because I think people that's
appreciated too.
I think people get so caught up in the delivery, and I think people get so caught up in the feel of the record that I think a lot of the lines and ill stuff that I say, and you know what I'm saying, like, and this is like no brag, but I'm just like, man, y'all miss so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all miss so much. I just did Preem show, and Panchy was saying, yo, you go back to back with lines. So while we still tripping off this one, we missed the next 2. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way, that's my pedigree though, man. That's the way I was raised. But I definitely need to like figure out ways to break down the lines and lyrics.
I mean, if you're doing a Wednesdays with Tour or Thursdays with Tour with that, I think people would really find that receptive though. That's dope.
I mean, that doesn't even flow off the tongue.
I mean, you could.
There was no alliteration and nothing.
Nah. Everybody does alliteration. You gotta switch it up.
You gotta be on the next. You gotta
be Tuesdays with Tour.
Nah, that's too easy, Phil.
That's too easy.
You gotta throw it for a loop, man. You know,
breaking down the bars on Sunday.
There you go. and you already got praise. There you go. See?
Yeah, man.
Word.
All right.
But yo, like, I mean, speaking of the bars, one of my favorite joints that you did in between the time that we last spoke, I like to think of it as the official Tissue soundtrack, reverse engineering with Razcast and OC.
Man.
Because they're both also alumni of the show, so I feel like that's like our song. I mean, but you on there, the I don't want to butcher the bar, so I'm not going to but the Ja Rule lines,
man,
like that right there.
That verse. I don't even know what
I'm about to because I gotta pull it up because that joint was crazy.
Don't pull it up on Genius though. They be dead wrong.
No,
we having interns man. Call my phone if you want to know what I said. Don't be having interns try to transcribe.
Shout to Rob though.
No. The funniest part
shout to Rob. Don't be trying to have the interns transcribe on my phone.
The funniest part though is when like they break down the meaning and it be totally wrong. Like
no,
but that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's why I just feel like, man, you know what? Never mind.
You gotta annotate it.
I definitely do.
I mean, get the official breakdown of the lyrics. But that particular verse, that to me, that's one of your standouts. At least that's one of my favorites.
So maybe you can break that one down for people then, if you can.
I got it.
Okay,
look, it's right there.
Okay,
I got it.
Okay. Wow.
There we go.
You got it. So what do you say it is, Phil? So I can laugh at you first.
Hold on, but no, I know exactly what you meant because God Brewer is the street in Queens. I mean, I know.
Right.
Come on, this is me, baby.
Let me see.
I'm still trying to find the lyrics. I should just because I tried not to go to Genius. I was just going to pull it up.
Nah, I got it. I wrote it. I know.
Okay. So you was like more like listening to Ja Rule pumping more than Ja Rule on God Brew. I can't remember exactly how you said it. I just remember that joint was crazy.
Taking longer than Callum, but I'm so hood. And if you missed the reference, pardon me for talking out the
side of my mouth like Cardi B.
Like Cardi B. All right, they back now. I should be cardinal in my rap sound. So look, even from right there, right? I said talking out my mouth crooked like Cardi B. Shout out to Cardi. She got the bag. She fixed the joints. But this is when I wrote it. She didn't. I followed that up with be cardinal. So like it was almost a play on Cardi B. Be cardinal in my rap sound. or Curtis Jackson's Fashion to Back Down.
Because
track down my phone.
Back down.
Right. Curtis Jackson, Back Down. Track down my froze from running through the six with they woes. I need all of my Jacksons to Curtis blow. So if I rule the world, I will provide you more work than God Brew going after Ja Rule. That's crazy.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
That
hard,
right there. I was like, I was like, okay.
It was also Roscos and OC. Like, what I was supposed to do.
Right. Now you had to.
No, you did what you were supposed to do, but that's what I was getting to. That like just showing like you don't have anything that you need to prove, but being on the track with those two dudes.
Oh, no, you got to dance. Rest in peace to my big bro, man, the late, great Sean Price.
Absolutely.
He would always say, yo, I'm not taking the bronze medal. You know what I mean? Like, when I get on the record with somebody, I can't take the bronze. You know
that's another one of my favorites, man. When y'all did the duck down joint with you, Scott, and him. That's another one that I love where y'all use the triple threat beat and y'all just
I didn't take the bronze on that one. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Hey man.
Yeah. Switching gears a little bit, we're gonna get back to the EP, but we got to talk about the other big venture that you have going on, man. You know, you said co-host of Tissue and the Tape, but I mean, it's kind of a disservice to Taylor to call you the co-host of Family Matters. I mean, you're kind of like the sidekick, the
definitely am.
Like, you know what I liken it to? You ever watch Phil? You got to help me out. Highly Questionable.
Oh, with Dan Le Batard, and
you know how Dan Le Batard is like this highly like respected like
journalist,
and then like, but his pop is a star of the show.
No, that's a fact.
Like that's what every time I listen to y'all, that's what I think about. Like
Taylor's Poppy Le Batard. Who knows?
She's a star, man.
That's a fact.
Like it's crazy. Like how did y'all come about coming up with that concept? Is it something you had thought about for a while?
It wasn't initially a concept or like something that we had planned to do and go public with. It was really just us having conversations in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been fortunate enough to, outside of when I'm touring and traveling, you know, I drive my daughter to school every day. I picked up for pretty much her whole academic career. And you know, she's a real dope 16-year-old. We have some amazing conversations. She has a brilliant mind. She's, you know, really articulate and well-spoken and educated, things of that nature. And we would always just get into these talks and have these crazy conversations, you know, and we would bug out. And then it kind of turned into a running joke, like, oh, we should do a podcast. And yeah, I mean, so that's how the initial title Save It for the Pod came along. Right. But just to kind of backtrack, as the podcast space was starting to really blossom and people were getting into it, I was talking to another one of my late great homies, man, Reggie Osei, Combat Jack. And I was like, man, I want to, definitely rest in peace, Reg. I was like, you know, I want to figure out a space in this podcast world. Obviously, you know, being on radio is one thing, but I'm going to try to figure out a space in this podcast world as well. And, you know, we kind of chopped it up about, you know, what I could do and what concept I could do. But I was like, you know, I don't want to interview people. I don't want to interview new artists or old artists. Like all of those spots are taken. And we were just trying to figure out like what would be my inclusion in the conversation. And then I remember when Taylor and I decided like, yo, we're going to do a podcast. And I went to Reggie with the idea. And he was like, yo, that's it. That's perfect. That's dope. And then obviously, you know, he passed away and we never got to he never got to see it come to fruition. But it was something that I wanted to make sure that, you know, I saw through for two reasons. For the fact that I think it's dope conversation and content, but also just to kind of fulfill, you know, what Reggie and I had spoke about.
Yeah. We're still seeing his influence on a lot of people, like a lot of people that he's touched. Like we're seeing them have like some of the biggest years. From Scotty Beam, who had a lot to say about him. You know, Ivy Rivera, like just people that just like he was very instrumental in mentoring them. And then just from us from afar, we never met him, but you know, we've always followed him.
He's a big inspiration into what we do. I mean, because like shortly after seeing because we were doing our blog and shortly after like hearing Combat Jack, you know, Juan Epstein was out there and then Combat Jack is like, all right, yo, this is the way. And then like seriously, we was like, yo, like
and much like you said, like it was just conversations that we would just normally have.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, you know, so it was just kind of just organic that way. But back to Family Matters though, man. You know, you running around like when we get another episode.
So I fly back to Atlanta this weekend. So Atlanta on Saturday, man. We in that studio on Sunday. We making it happen.
Nice.
And I have to say, man, y'all are definitely an inspiration. As somebody that has a young daughter, I appreciate the show from the aspect of a father, but also just y'all bond is palpable. Like you can feel it when you listen to you guys. Like you can hear, y'all connection, and you can tell that you're active in her life, and that's hugely important. Probably more than you'll ever know to other fathers. So I definitely want to big you up for that.
Thank you, man.
So that's super dope.
I mean, you're the blackest the 1975 fan there is, right? You gotta be, right?
I gotta be. Gotta be. Who blacker?
But you know what though? Listen, it made me. I was like, all right, let me just check these dudes out just to just see what I'm missing. And I was like, oh, okay, not much, but it's cool.
Tay puts me onto some dope stuff sometimes, like going to see the 1975 in concert. Like they was grooving. It's definitely not something that I will ride to, but I enjoyed the show. But when we do that put me on segment, I would say maybe 70% of the stuff that she's played thus far is stuff that I still listen to.
That's good.
That's good, because Vada tell you I don't listen to anything but hip hop and soul music, like old soul music and hip hop is like pretty much 99% of what I listen to. Word. And so like when I'm listening to like and I'll be yelling. I'll be in my office, and I'm like, Taylor, it's Naughty by Nature. Come on, like I'll be hoping that she can like I can like will her to answer.
She can't hear you, man.
Yeah, it's already.
I know, man.
Right.
Yeah, it had happened already, bro.
I know, but in my mind still, I be trying to throw the oop, man.
Well, she appreciates you. She appreciates your belly.
Phil, one of the things we wanted to talk to Tor about was, he mentioned Atlanta, but like, tell us about that, man. Like you're kind of strutting, showing your New York ways, this week, like all the people you connected with, and that's your town. But talk to us about being in Atlanta now, and like, what's the most significant change or difference in your life being down there?
I mean, that trip was, that move was just like a peace of mind, value of $1, quality of life decision. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't necessarily want to up and leave New York City, but also, New York is a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I've been doing it for a long time. And as an artist, an independent artist, somebody who works hard, I want to enjoy the fruits of my labor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to live in a closet and pay $55,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy to me. And when you know better, you do better. Ninth had been trying to get me to come south for the longest. We'd be together and he'd just Google Earth his land. He'd be like, yo, that's my crib right there. And then I own all that around it. And then he'll look at my house like, yeah, so this is my crib right here. Or like when Fonte came here, Fonte said,
that's what I was just about to say. He said on one of the tracks, he'd be like, you think I'll leave the South?
Yeah. Right. He can't. He it might have been inspired by him sitting in my living room. He looked around like, oh, you got a nice, cool spot. And he's like, man, my shit like 4 times the size. But it was just time. It was just time. Like, the hustle and bustle of New York City is always gonna be what it is. And I felt like I had my footing firmly cemented here, so that I could make that move. And honestly, when I'm in the A, I don't do nothing. I'm in the crib. I got on some ball shorts, some slides. I'm outside on the deck. Like, I don't do no business, really, none of that. Like, I really, like, treat the crib like a resort. And when I want to run around and get crazy, I come back to New York and I do my New York thing. But when I tap out, when I hit that flight, when I land at Hartsfield, like, I'm chilling.
So how many times can your old crib fit in your new crib?
This crib is like 11,000 square feet, and my new spot is like 6,000 square feet. So yeah, we could probably put about 5 and some change.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I definitely recommend to anybody that lives
4 and some change. Let's get the math right.
Anybody that lives up north, if you ever want to just really see how far your money can go, move down south. I'm about to. I'm thinking about being out there with my partner out in Texas, where the money really go far.
Yeah, there we go.
Crazy.
As far as hitting those airports though, Hartsville compared to JFK and LaGuardia, man, what's the worst travel experience out of the two?
I mean, LaGuardia is trash, and they've been doing construction for like 9 years. Like, man,
that joint's mad old.
Fix it or don't. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out.
That's the team.
I hear the horror stories about Atlanta though.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
You're landing and leaving, so that's a little bit different.
I never really have a problem.
But people that connect out of there, I guess.
Oh yeah, I can see how that. Yeah, because like you got to take the train and all that. Like it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta got too much space. They don't know what to do with it. They're like, let's just put a train here. It's like, all right, why not?
Yeah, you take the train from one flight to the other.
Yeah. I can see how like if you connected flights, how that could be. I would be pissed off if I had to. You know what I'm saying? Like at a different terminal. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't rock with that. But yeah, man. I just take off and pull up. Keep it simple.
No doubt. Man, you coming out to Austin this next year?
South by?
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, I say it all the time.
You say it every year. This is my last one.
Nah, you know how. I mean, it's like if it makes sense, and if I get invited out, and you know, if it makes sense, you know, I'll be there. Like I take a L so many times on doing shows or like, you know, where my value or my worth is, because I know that these are the few times that my audience is going to get a chance to see me. And so I make those sacrifices for the people. It's like, yo, we can't pay you, but we can get you like, come on, man. Stop talking to me like I just came here, B. I've been out here 10 years. I've been putting in quality work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Put some respect on it, for lack of a better term. You know, but they always try to lowball you in hip hop, and especially if you're not a radio artist or if you're not one of the cool, trendy guys. Like, but my worth is my worth. And a lot of times I sacrifice that because I know that that's a hub where a lot of my audience is going to be at one time. They don't get a chance to see me. I don't get a chance to get out to their individual cities and towns. And so I bite the bullet and I do those shows.
I pulled up on you when you were out there at the little joint, the Buffalo Billiards joint.
I appreciate it. And
I caught literally the last 30 seconds because I didn't know.
Right.
Because I think time changed, you were going to be on stage, but I'm telling you, just out of just kind of just being able to connect with you just for that brief moment, that was dope.
And that's the moment, because those moments, I mean, obviously we have a rapport, but those moments are few and far between for so many of the people that support me. Like, even if they get 2 minutes, a minute, a picture, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know how far that goes, man. And you guys all keep my lights on and keep, you know what I'm saying, keep me traveling and things of that nature, man. So I always want to try to get out and touch the people as much as possible. So with that said, I'll probably be out there. They ain't gonna come correct, but I'll probably
I will tell you this too, Phil. Because when I did, you know, to say my little piece and you know say what up to you or whatever. Like after I was about to leave, one of the dudes in there was just like, "Yo, who is that, yo?" I was like, "Oh, it's Torae." He's like, "The tour guy, Torae?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, he raps?" I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah." He was like,
This is the third time I've had this conversation today.
Straight up, I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "He raps actually well." I pulled up my phone. I was like, "Yo, you got like Spotify or Tidal?" He was like, "I got Apple Music." I was like, "Perfect." Pulled it up. I was just like, "Yo, look at his work right here." Like he like that. And he was like, "All right, I'm gonna check him out or whatever." Yo, dude, dope. I was like,
appreciate it.
You know, that right there. I mean, like you said, it's only one person, but that could go a long way.
Yeah. You can't get to 100 or 1,000, you know what I mean, or 1 million till you get one. I call it I split the vote. That's my new saying for it now. I split the vote because it's crazy how many people know me from the radio.
He straight up was just like a album skit. He was like, "Yo, dude raps." I was like, "Yeah."
I was talking about it today on Sway's show. I think I was talking about it on Rosenberg's show. Yeah. Like, I rap.
I was like, "Yeah, he actually like."
I rap and I do radio. I think I do both pretty well too. But you know, that was part of the reasoning and why I got into radio, man. It's like my reach as an artist, you know, without a big budget and obviously with the sound of music changing and what's popular changing, I just had to figure out other ways into ears, you know what I'm saying, and eyes. And even if it doesn't, you know, always translate into them knowing that I do music, at least there's some knowledge of me, some awareness of me, and maybe somewhere on that journey, you know, they do listen to me and go to my Twitter or go to my Instagram and kind of see that I'm an artist as well. You know what I'm saying? And I can gain some new listeners.
Do you get a sense of freedom because you're not solely dependent on doing the music? You're not beholden to any kind of record label. You know, like, hey man, music is like what I love to do, but you know, I get my bills paid by X, Y, and Z. You know, so does that give you like a more of a freedom and a more of a luxury when you do decide to put out music?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not a, you know, every 8-month album guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how I came up, and that's not how my creativity works. That's not how, you know, what I want to contribute to the conversation works. Like, I only go in album mode when I'm inspired and when I'm actually in album mode. And if that happens after 12 months, that's great. But if it takes 17 months, it just is what it is. And I'm not trying to rush that process at all. With that being said, funny enough, music does still really pay my. If you think SiriusXM pay money, they trash. They pay me enough to get there and back. But again, it's an opportunity to build relationships and meet people, and you know what I'm saying. Again, have myself placed in these different homes and cars all over the nation, so that I can gain some new listeners. But I've been really smart about my business. Obviously, owning all my music masters, doing licensings and things of that nature, hostings, like just multiple revenue streams, and they all go to the same pot. Right. You know what I mean?
You played the game for a little bit. You had feeling I scared for a moment when you had initially said that some music was coming, and then we saw you with the, you know, obligatory shot, you know, at the you know how people do at the record labels. We was looking like,
I was like, don't do it.
No.
Read some literature.
Oh, no. Yeah, but no, we ultimately knew, like, I mean, the independent route, like, it's got, like you said, just that sense of ownership, though. Like, that's gotta be just like fulfilling from outside looking in. That's what it seems like.
Even by any logo or any company that you see me with, you know, we got to figure that partnership out. You know, that's not just me giving up everything that I've worked hard for over this last decade. You know what I'm saying, for a couple of dollars. Like, no, we got to figure out what I want to do. And even while I consider having conversations, taking meetings, is just kind of to see, one, where my stock is, and also see if there's a way to form a partnership, because we all want more audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely. I want more people to hear the dope music that I put out. I want more people that love this sound and this type of hip hop to be privy to it. But with no machine behind it and no budget behind it and no marketing dollars behind it, it's a really, really hard fight. It's an uphill battle.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, I mean, of course you do. And like, you don't want to just keep like trudging up the hill. You want to get, you know what I mean? Like, somebody come by.
I want to stand on that bitch.
You want somebody to come by with that 4-wheel drive and help you along the way.
Right.
So that was the purpose of just having those conversations. And you know, if there's a partnership out there that makes sense, I'm definitely gonna do it. I'm not opposed to it. But I do enjoy my independence and my freedom to create the music that I want, put out music the way I want and where I want, you know. But you know, I would be lying if I said I didn't want it to be on a bigger scale.
Is that one of the best ways to find out your stock? Is to have the meetings and kind of just see where, like,
for sure. I was out there checking the temperature, baby. Okay. I was checking the temperature, you know, and they go by all these analytics and metrics and things of that nature. And, you know, they kind of look at your holistic vibe and, okay, well, you got this many hair and that hair, and you got this many ears you have on your radio show and this many eyes on, you know, so it's an interesting process to watch. You can't really put value on what
so they moneyball you, basically.
Oh, for sure. They're gonna try to low you out, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to tell you, well, you know, your reach is only XYZ or whatever. But again, if there's an opportunity to do something and work with brands and do more philanthropic things, and you know what I'm saying, like, if it makes sense for the whole entire Torae brand and internal affairs, then it's still a decision I'm willing to make.
Nice.
Definitely. And speaking of the brand and diversifying and everything, every now and then we catch you on Revolt doing some things, and you know, so what's the any new news on things you're doing with them?
Funny enough, Revolt kind of cleaned house, to be honest. And I was never like a full like hired on staff, but the people that I work with that they brought in aren't with the company anymore. And as I've been paying attention to what's going on, I saw, kind of how they transitioned into what they're doing with State of the Culture. So, I mean, there's a contract there that I have as a correspondent that's in place. And, if ever I'm needed, I'm willing to do it. But I will say that the people that brought me in are no longer with the company. So we'll see what happens with it.
Now, if you had, creative control, what's something that you, because I know what I would like to see on Revolt. What is something that you would like to see on Revolt? I mean, other than, a Torae show, like, I mean, what's some type of programming that they're currently not doing that you would like to see?
Man, I'll tell you something funny. I had 4 show ideas that all found their ways onto TVs and various.
I heard you mention that in
tight, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Mean, the last one, my lawyer and I were like finalizing paperwork on so that we could present it and start to pitch it. and then I saw something and it was like, but this is no ideas original or nothing new under the sun. So it's just like
you still be like, yo.
Oh no, because that last one, that was the one. That was the one that was going to take me to the. I mean,
can you tell us what it is or no?
The 12,000 square foot house. What was? Oh, it was. Yeah, nah, not yet.
That's all right.
I might still find a way to freak it.
No doubt, because I feel
like I was super discouraged, right? And then somebody was like, "Yo, you got the talk, you got the view, you got the circle. What you know? What I'm saying? Like you have different infractions of these same type of shows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just because somebody came with your idea, you could kind of look and see what they did,
right?
And see how you could tweak it and still, it still be your own creation. So especially I don't know if I'm ready to. Yeah, I'm not ready to let it go just yet.
Yeah, that's smart.
And yours might be better,
right?
Oh no, that's a fact.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Talk to us a little bit about internal affairs. We had Kill Ripkin on the show recently. Thanks to you. Thank you very much.
That's my man, yo.
Rip.
Very insightful brother. I had a great time speaking to him. I just like what he represented. Just that brief conversation we had with him. It sounded like he had a tremendous amount of respect for you, even from years ago, because you guys have known each other for how long now?
Man, I can't even do that math. I mean, Rip, that's my OG. It's funny, he said like the tables turn, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like, I'm his OG now, whatever. But Rip is always going to be my OG. He was somebody that I looked up to, one of the first dudes that I went into the studio with and just, learn how to maneuver as an artist from watching Kill, being part of the Feds, being like the youngest member of this crew out of Coney Island called Supreme Forces. I just watched how my OGs moved, you know what I'm saying? Like, and what they stood for and how they put words together. And, so like, I didn't know how to count bars or any of that until my OG showed me. So, my relationship with Rip it goes far beyond music, though. That's my brother. Like, I mean, that's my brother.
That came across, man. And it's wonderful to see the mutual respect,
for sure. And he's just a cold ass MC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Like, super, super dope MC. And so I have a larger platform at the moment. And so, I just share my platform, whatever opportunities I have, he has, you know what I'm saying? And when we get this next project out, we want to make it bigger than the More album. When we get the following project, we want to make it bigger than that. It's just a growth and evolution of trying to do it on your own independently.
Yeah, man. That's a good dude, man. He had a dope album. And the next time he gets anywhere near VA, we going to Feather and Fin.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. So.
Yeah.
What is Feather and Fin?
It's a place you'll never go, bro.
Sound like they sell mad chicken there.
Yeah, chicken and fish. It's amazing.
Yeah, I thought so. Feather and Fin. Yeah,
it's not that far from Norfolk State University.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Mad hormones.
Hey, man,
oh no, here he goes, man.
Hey, the last time you were here, man, it's like you were down here with DJ B, man. Shout out to B. And
hit the air horn one time for DJ
and post at it. And then the crazy part is I was in New York. I was like, oh yeah, I bought my ticket and I bought my ticket and everything. I paid to come see the boy. I was like, yo, I'm gonna get up with my man. I mean, we gonna see his tail. I mean,
so what had happened, Phil? How did you end up in the city in New York?
No, my in-laws live in upstate, and we were there.
Got it.
Yeah, so
yo, we got another bone to pick with you though, man, because like we have been saving up our money. We had our piggy bank ready for the Kickstarter. We was gonna get the deluxe Supreme Torae come through the crib with the balloons and
man, I was gonna have
a party joint,
Torae hats and everything. I mean,
you didn't have a Kickstarter.
Oh, you mean for the new project?
Yeah,
I was gonna be an executive producer on the joint this time around. You know what I mean?
Yo, we've been saving up our money since Entitled, man.
I'm never doing that shit again.
Look, I was like, I was ready.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Come on,
you can still send that if you want to cash app that. You can still do that.
I mean, you know,
I'm finna send it back.
Listen. Maybe we can talk business. We got a live show that we're trying to do next year. You know, maybe we can talk. You know,
or I like to do business with good people, like-minded people.
Atlanta's not that far from Austin, man.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
No, but we appreciate your time, man. You know, we know that you had the longest day of your life today, as far as talking about your new project. All praises due. Out October 12th.
October 11th. We basically tomorrow at this time. I'm gonna go live.
Okay.
I'm gonna go live tomorrow at this time, or maybe 11:49 or
Apple
so.
Music told me 12th though.
No, Apple Music is goddamn live. So at midnight, when the EP goes live, I want to just interact with my people and you know what I'm saying. Let's listen to it together as a family. Let's talk about it. Let's break down some of the bars. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm game.
I'll be up for that.
Yeah. I want to do that, man. I think we need to take advantage of all this technology we have, and like I love my supporters. I really, really do. Like from number 1 to 100 or whoever, like I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like more than you'll ever know, because y'all allow me to live my dream day in and day out. And it don't happen without y'all. It don't happen without y'all. And I'm not, and I'm not blind to that fact.
And we appreciate you, man, making good music. It's literally an art. Like people are so, music today is so disposable, and you get so much of it, and it's so easily obtained that people take it for granted. But when you get quality music, quality hip hop music, you gotta appreciate it, man. So big ups to you, man. Like
appreciate it.
Take notes like that. Yeah. I mean, you got Christopher Frank White Wallace on the hook.
Yeah.
I mean,
you still got to work on the Millie though.
Yeah. No,
we saw you working that out.
Kind of sturdy. But
I wasn't trying to really be sturdy in the video. It was more like a funny moment. I'm a little sturdier than that. Like not by much, but I'm a little sturdier than that.
Okay. Well, listen, man, we appreciate it. Phil, do you have anything else we gotta ask the tour guide, man, before we go?
I'm going to give you the ultimate radio question, even though your album hasn't officially dropped yet. What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
Right after All Praises Due drops, I want y'all to press play.
Wow,
that's what's next. Press
play. An original answer, man.
No, I've tweeted out that I got 2 albums coming in 2019. Mad people don't believe it.
Yeah.
Mad people like, you lie, you a rapper, you lie about albums all the time. No, I'm actually halfway through with 1 already, and then I got about 6 beats that I want to hold on for the other project. So
don't do me like Beans and Bleak, man. I'm still waiting for the collab album from Beans and Bleak.
Yeah, nah, definitely coming. Something that I said I will be mindful of is like I'm not gonna ever rush to creativity or rush to put out albums, but I do want to be a lot more active and just serve the customers that's there, man. Cook up and serve the customers. Like All Praises Due for me, this was exercise. This was going in the gym and shooting 1,000 shots. You know what I'm saying? This was going in the gym and throwing up, 350 on the bar or whatever. Like this is just exercise, lyrical exercise. Praise had dope beat. I sent them a text. It was a screenshot of my Apple Music on my phone, and it had like maybe 5 or 6 beats that he had sent me from before, like beats that I didn't use. And I was like, yo, these still open? And he was like, all but 1. Wow, what you thinking? And I just sent them back the emoji with the chef, with the chef hat on.
Okay.
And then from there we built. I think we might have got 3 more in after that. And like that's easy to me. This is easy for me. Like you give me a dope beat, I'ma just go. This project is not super conceptual. It's no radio records. It's no chick records. It's one story on it. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, it's just language. It's just me talking my shit. And for some reason, that's the projects that people seem to like the most. Like the Barrel Brothers and the Double Barrels, where there's no real rhyme or reason. It's just a lot of rapping. People be liking those.
I mean, to take a page out your book, like you said to homie that was talking to the girl, he was, doing all the extra talking. It's like sometimes you just gotta hit him with a simple hello.
Yeah, just hit him with
just give him the bars.
Right. And so, you can look forward to me doing that a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Like when I dedicate myself to being in album mode and, you know what I'm saying, trying to come up with records like The End and trying to come up with Troubled Times or Crown, those records take a little bit more time, but those also are spawned from experiences. And if I don't have those experiences, I can't fabricate them.
Absolutely.
But I could always go stupid. I could always give you lobby talk, you know what I'm saying? And so I want to start to do that a lot more.
Yeah, and one more thing before we let you get out of here, man. We got to talk about the diet, man. Because sorry, Big, I tried.
I mean, listen, man, it's not hard to go plant-based. It's all up here first.
Cheese is delicious, yo. Like, all right, so like.
It takes 3 weeks for your palate to adapt. 3 weeks, my God. You can't give us 3 weeks for your life, Phil.
No.
For your life.
Or he hit me with the. You. Every time I talk to you, I'll be so motivated.
You be amped. I gotta make an app, and you gotta subscribe to my app every day.
And then
leave you a voicemail every day, and then somebody come through with some.
I ride by Christos. Shout out to and Christos smells so delicious. Cheese is delicious, yo. I mean, even if I stop eating,
that's the name of this episode.
Cheese is delicious.
Even if I stop eating meat, totally. Pause. And cheese is delicious, so.
All right, man. I'm not gonna tell you nothing else, man. I'm not gonna tell you about your arteries.
Like the Mexicans around the corner who are from Mexico, Sinaloa, and they make queso. Like you, what?
that means
but seriously,
man, that's all I got for you.
Yeah,
no. But seriously, how? Like, look, all right, because I try to get remotivated. So like. Give us your.
You need me to amp you right now, real quick?
Yeah. Give us your diet, your plant-based diet. Like, what you eat today?
Well, I'll tell you this: since I've been in New York and traveling, I've been eating trash and still vegan, but trash.
Hold on, is that a thing? Is that like recycling? Because it's like trash, but not really.
Well, it's not as bad as it could be, but you know what I'm saying? You definitely don't want to load up on carbs, eat a lot of bread. You know what I'm saying? Like things that, bread
burger? That's like is that like trash vegan?
I mean, if you remove the burger and you wrap it in, maybe a piece of lettuce or something like that, or you just eat the quinoa without the bread, like that's way better. That's a way better option. But I've really tried to not even eat any processed food, like nothing that came in a pack, nothing that was made in a factory and nothing like that, nothing that was shrink wrapped. But since I've been in New York, like I've been running around a lot, so I'm stopping at just like my favorite vegan restaurant and I'm grabbing a burger and fries. You know what I'm saying? Like I had the vegan cheesecake the other day. Like I'm out here just living.
I had a vegan cookie.
That's just because you like cookies, man.
Cookies are delicious also, but no, I still live in the South, man. Do you know they fry everything? Like cookies are literally fried. They fried soda. Like that's
a fact. That's a fact. I mean, I got a spot in Atlanta. I know it's crazy.
But Atlanta's an actual legit city. Like they have people that move from other places.
I live like in the house. I don't live like I'm not rich like JD and them. Like I live in the outskirts. I live in Cobb County.
Hey,
I don't live downtown with Tim. You know what I mean?
Got it off the white folks in Buckhead.
No. Well, listen, Phil. Maybe by the next time we have a tour on, you'll have some type of idea of what you might do to be plant-based
Whenever we all in the same city at the same time, we can go find some food.
I can
find you some stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna find you some stuff. I'm gonna get you the vegan pizza. You'll love it because you love cheese.
Word, that's how I sound. Word.
I love cheese.
On that note, man, Torae, we appreciate you, man. God. And we're looking forward to hearing the album tomorrow night. You said, right?
Yeah, tomorrow night. So once we get like maybe 7 minutes in, y'all gonna call me.
All right.
That's how it's gonna go. Seven.
About 7. Maybe less than 7 minutes.
I'm gonna tell Alexa to set a timer on that.
All right, Phil.
Easy.
Alexa, remember what Torae said 7 minutes in.
Remember what Torae said at 7 minutes in, right?
That's right, baby.
Nice.
Alexis, you getting booty calls, you'll die.
I'll remember that.
11:32 at night call.
Don't talk about my side chick, Alexa, man.
You're right.
But yeah, all praises due. All digital streaming platforms.
For sure.
I know I saw people asking you where they can get it. Otherwise, I think you said physicals are coming later.
Yeah, physicals are just a little behind. Yeah, that's my bad. I'm so crazy, man. It's like, that's another part of being independent and doing everything hands-on and having to approve everything. And I thought I had everything approved and sent it in. And then the plant hit me back today with we need this. And I'm like, oh, well,
we could have been on that for you already, man. We could have been calling the plant every day, man. Like, you need internal affairs like A&R's. Like, here you go right here, man.
When I hold y'all to that, when I send that email out.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, I got your next artist and everything.
Straight up.
Okay. I like what's going on here, man. We're going to have to talk offline.
We got producers, too. I mean, but that's for another
conversation.
All praises due.
We did Internal Affairs compilation project. We start cooking up.
No doubt, man. We appreciate you, though, man. Thank you for rocking out as always, man. Excited about your project. Proud of you, brother. And keep doing what you're doing. Looking forward to everything you got going on, man. Salute.
Appreciate it. Thank you for always supporting, always showing love. For continuing to uphold the culture, the music, the sound, like dopeness that we all came up on and that cloth that we cut from, man. Like, it's not a lot of us left out here, or at least not on the front lines, man. So I just want to always extend that love, and anytime y'all need me, I'm here. I know it took a couple reschedulings, but anytime y'all need me,
it's all good, man.
I'm here. And I just did the math too, man. So like after 4 minutes in, holla at me.
All right.
Alexa, change that to 4 minutes.
Oh, this guy.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Oh, man.
Again. Phil, you want 4 men?
Oh, God.
Oh.
On that note, man, Torae, man, we appreciate you, brother.
Hey, enjoy the rest of your the 26 minutes left in your evening, man.
Yeah, man.
No doubt. Say peace and love.
All right, now. One.
Peace. Yeah, man, we out here with the tour guide, Torae. All praises due. By the time you hear this, it'll be on all your streaming platforms.
You dropped a couple gems, man. Definitely,
absolutely, man.
The process of what it takes to be an independent artist. That's something that we just hold near and dear in terms of really trying to let people know that these projects exist and that these artists exist, and they actually are really appreciative when people actually appreciate what they do. So
we the torchbearers, man.
Gotta be, man. So before we go, I want to give a shout out to you and DJ Rick G's, the people that have heard Heat Holderz radio episode 2. The people that have heard that so far, I mean, hit my phone like, yo, you just made my commute so much easier.
Appreciate it, man. We just trying to do what we do, and I'm right back at you, man. TGIF, man.
Pop my collar.
Yeah, pop it, man. Because the playlist, man. I've been pumping it out to the people, and a big part of how we were even able to come up with episode 2, Heat Holderz Radio on Mixcloud. You can check that out.
Yes,
was a lot of the work that you did with the TGIF playlist. So I mean, big shout out to you, man, because I mean you did that initial groundwork
Yes, sir.
Oh, pulling a lot of gems, man.
I mean, you know, all I did was just bring the, you know, the basketballs to the gym, and you and DJ Rick G's, man. I'm telling you, like we on to something, man.
Put up 1,000 shots a night, man.
Yeah, got to, man.
Yo, we got something for episode 3, man. We got something real dope. I think the people really gonna enjoy it. So that'll be out very soon, sooner than later.
But again, man, we appreciate everybody that's listening to us. We want to also send a shout out to our brothers, War Room Sports Podcast Network.
Yes.
War Room, Thursdays from 6 to 8 Eastern Standard Time.
Best sports show in the world, excluding nobody.
Excluding nobody. John Appetit. I mean,
best food podcast in the world, excluding nobody.
And Tally and Twine, man. Salute.
Best watches in the world, excluding nobody.
No, salute to Randy. The homie got a nice little Tally and Twine collection. So
man, he wave his tallies in the sky.
In the sky. Throw your tallies in the sky. But no, seriously, everybody that rocks out with us, we're just gonna continue to do this, and we love what we do. We love this culture. We love y'all, man. And on that note, Philmatic, take us out.
What it is, man. Work for the money. Live for the love, die for what you believe in. This is Tissue and the Tape. Respect, Heat Holderz.